Hello, teachers and friends. My name is Võ Hồng Phương Khanh. I'm grade 5 and I'm a student in Living Primary School. Firstly, I want to express my thankful and honor to be my school representative to take part in the storytelling contest. Not just me, my friends will also take part in this contest too. And the story that I wanted to tell to you today, has a very deep and great meaning about the folk songs, about the cultural identities of the Vietnamese nation. It's also about a very famous and important character in the Vietnamese flag history. And the name of the story that I wanted to tell to you today is Uncle Ho Last Words Before His Death. Firstly, I'm going to say a little bit about President Ho Chi Minh. President Ho Chi Minh, he's a genius leader, a great leader, a genius leader. He's a great teacher of the Vietnamese revolutionary, a world cultural celebrity. Author, he has fanfare. He has left us all great cultural heritages and valuable ideas, especially his noble human values, his revolutionary moral thoughts towards the 54th anniversary entry into eternity, September 2, 1969 to September 2, 2023. We're deeply moved by the last hours of Uncle Ho's life about Uncle Ho last words before his death. Go far. Once upon a time, in early September 1969, he was very sick. Standing around his bed are full of senior leaders and great doctors and nurses. Everyone's face showed stressful and excited. The room fell silent. They seemed to hold their breath. The hand of the clock moved with slow, heavy steps. Their face all red when they heard the doctor announce that Uncle Ho's condition is getting worse and worse. Suddenly, Uncle Ho opened his mouth. He spoke quietly but clearly. He wanted to hear a whole song. Everyone looked at each other confused. Their head bowed quickly to wipe away the tears on their face. Time as a stagnant. Uncle Ho lay still and fell asleep. But it seems that on his vast forehead there is a glimpse of concern. A moment later, he moved slightly. After a week, the human voice is still warm.
Can anyone sing a song for my hometown?
Everybody looked at each other, the gentle shaking of the head. Then they looked at Uncle, with apologetic. Suddenly, he lay still and fell asleep. His breath was light. His face was like he's still waiting for something. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 20 minutes passed. Uncle woke up from a delirium. His forehead was covered with sweat. He waved his hand slightly as if to call. Everyone crouched around Uncle and listening nervously. This time, the human voice was much bigger.
Let me listen to a folk song of way home.
Oh, still just a small wish. Uncle Ho tried hard not to fall into a coma. He waited, just a folk song. Suddenly, the door of the room changed open. A small girl appeared. She paused for a second on the doorstep and then really quickly, she jumped on her knees at Uncle Ho's feet. Trembling held Uncle Ho's hand and started burst into tears. Uncle Ho smiled, and signaling the girl not to cry anymore. Suppressing her rising sobs, she sang. Her voice is rising, holding, choking, and full of tears. sad and painful. The girl sings with all her heart, singing from the burning desire for more than 30 million Vietnamese friends. The Vietnamese people sing a dying need of uncle. Every second, every minute turns uncle. Uncle, the entire America desperately needs uncle. The Southern compatriots count every day to welcome Uncle Ho to visit yet. Uncle Ho held the girl's hand and shook it slightly as if to say thank you. And from the corner of Uncle Ho's eyes, 2 tears have flowed out ever since. The sweet lyrics of the folk song brought Uncle Ho to peaceful sleep. He is serene. His face is clear, bright, beautiful, with a fairy in a fairy tale. Mr. Ho Chi Minh, in the last moments of his life, he went to read to eternity the folk song of his homeland. A light smile on his lips. He remembered the last village of his father's hometown, the village of prejudice of his mother's hometown. A single house with leaves below, the bamboo garden. There are many houses and leaves below. There are always the warm father's love, and there are many happy and sad memories in the mother's life. The people heard is disappointed because the work is very messy. It has been a long time since he has visited his hometown. He wanted to leave a message for thousands of generations, preserve the folk song, preserve the cultural identities of the Vietnamese nation. Maybe Uncle Ho's serene tears of happiness. His advice is now more valuable than ever. Wherever you go, don't forget the folk song of your homeland. Let's preserve the cultural identities of the Vietnamese nation. The cooperation with the world is an opportunity for the country to be part with other countries in the region. But there's also no risks and challenges. That is why we always have to clearly define integration becomes a solution. From now on and forever in the future, we have the right to be proud of our homeland's folk song. the Vietnamese people. The last wish of his life is simple, but it has a very deep and great meaning, a touching advice to the country. Please know how to cherish, perceive, and develop the spiritual values left by our ancestors, knowing how to sing the homeland song as the same as we know how to love the country. Simple but profoundly poignant. And that is the end of my story. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, alcohols is a main leaders of our nation. Besides, he is also a good example of lifelong learning. He can speak many languages, English, Russian, French, and so on. So, as a student, what do you do to follow his example in learning, especially in learning foreign languages?
With me as a kid, to be a good kid and follow the example below, we have to show our polite manners, helpful and respectful with our grandparents and parents, also the one who's older than us. We also have to hardworking and good studying, love our citizens and the country. We also have to become a very useful people in the future to make our parents and grandparents happy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for your story. And now I am the